Un cafecito.
Un cafecito.
The show, how was the show?
They loved it, bro.
You didn't get in a mosh pit?
Of course.
You did?
It was cool. I don't know if you saw the video that I uploaded.
Yeah. It was behind a house, right?
Yeah, 2 months. You know, it was an OG ska backyard show.
Dang, really?
You know what I mean? Which, by the way, is like one of my favorite activities of all time. Cheers, brother. Thank you, man, for being on the Drippy Faucet podcast once again. You know, I'm very excited. You know, last time we didn't get to talk too much about Virtuoso.
But we got into the conspiracies last year.
Man, we just got into a lot of... No, we were actually talking about, like, your childhood. You know, how that kind of, like, like, shaped your life and shit. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and get this show started. In 3, 2, 1... Bam! Family, welcome back to the show. I have my boy Beto here. He's an entrepreneur and a comic. Tap the fuck in. Today's episode is sponsored by... Actually, we got 3 sponsors in the house today. And our number 1 sponsor is Virtuoso Beard. Guys, I've been using this product recently. And I like the way it smells. I like the texture. It's been making me feel real good. And at the end of it, I just go ahead and I accompany it with this like cocoa butter type thing, and honestly, bro, it makes me feel like a Super Saiyan. You know what I'm saying? Because my hair's like kind of like a little like
Goku or Vegeta.
I think I'm more of a Trunks guy.
Trunks.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, hey. So I want to show you a funny video. I don't think. Check this out. It's a TikTok. I don't think YouTube will trip out. And if they do, they can just go to hell. Check this out, it's funny then. Oh look. Yeah, but that's the one, you know, and I thought about it because of Trump. You know what, bro? I'm glad I brought that into the show right now because that's what I'm gonna do in the future, like just like we're chilling right now, there's gonna be a little segment where we just start watching like funny ass TikToks.
Oh, and react to it?
Yeah, not necessarily like react to it, but just be like just chilling, you know, like just like we would if we were like chilling in a fucking car or whatever, you know.
Yeah, I like that idea.
It's not bad at all. But yeah, guys, that's the first sponsor. Our second sponsor is obviously our book, This Food 7 Lessons for Burros and Back Chasers, guys. And the third sponsor of the day is Lifetime's Death, man. I'm out here flossed out from the homies. Let's get this, man. How you been, bro?
Good. Who are those the ones that were just recently on your show?
No. But my boy LXD has been on the show a couple times. His Inspector. Yeah. He's a hustler, bro. Motherfucker be out there like in Melrose and everything. Imagine like the reason why I fuck with them so much is because it's like it's great quality. You know what I'm saying? Like look at this shit.
That's we can find them on Instagram.
Yeah. I mean, he's probably gonna watch this and he's like, yo, what's up with it? I told him because actually they brought this earlier, and I was like, yo, my boy's coming. You know, he's the owner of Virtuoso, and they're like, oh shit, what? That's what's up, you know? So it's been a pretty cool experience, bro. Creating this podcast, you know, getting to meet you guys and just kind of creating like a bigger family, you know, a bigger family of fools gone educated.
Fools gone educated. That's not wild. We're wild too.
Well, you know what I like about us is like I like to keep it real, you know. Like I know sometimes, like let's say whatever on social media, maybe I'm posting majority positive things. There's a reason behind that. It's not because I'm trying to be fake or I'm trying to be like, oh, hey guys, you know, you know what I mean? But like everybody who knows me, like they know that I always act like myself. Like I don't feel like I have to show off. I don't feel like I have to pretend to be somebody else. I did that when I was younger, bro. Like way younger, like maybe like middle school or something, at high school.
Likewise.
And I just never really fit or something. You know, like it was like a bunch of characters, and maybe I tried to act like them or something that I thought they were gonna like. But at the end of the day, I always felt like I didn't really have a place. You know, But thankfully though, a lot of my boys from today, they're still my boys from high school. Like we became boys because of football, you know, like, so that's another cool ass thing was like playing football in high school was like always a great experience because it was like a high key brotherhood. You know what I'm saying?
Sports, absolutely. So sports bring. I think we touched on that last time. Now it brings people together, and that's like you said. In middle school, I was trying to impress Sevi. I was trying to fit in. For a while, I even tried being a little cholito for like 4 months, and that didn't work out.
What were you dressing like during that?
The big pro clubs, the big
3X tall,
extra large tall. I sometimes when I wear extra large tall now it fits me big, dude, and I gained some weight, of course.
It doesn't let you be awful.
And I'm like, dude, if this was fitting me like this now, imagine when I was a kid. Freaking toothpick. I can see why a lot of people will get in trouble and like from the adults and because dog. What's that famous line from Andre 3000? Take them things 2 sides down, and you can make your mama proud. No, then you might look like the man that you are or what you could be. You never heard of the?
No.
I think it was Throw Some D's on It remix. Talks about that.
No, but that sounds like what, like some 2000 shit. Like early 2000s?
No, it was 2007 when he came out in 2007. It was still
okay, so later 2000s.
Yeah, it's crazy how it's.
So you must have been like a freshman or some shit.
Yeah, I was a freshman.
Damn.
High school, and then the next year the baggy clothes were out the door.
Damn, that was crazy. Huh?
It was Ed Hardy. Remember Ed Hardy?
Yeah.
It was that.
It was
next year.
Even like Ed Hardy for sure, but it was extensive. And then even like do you remember what's the name of that brand for the one with the little bird? Hollister.
Oh, Hollister. Oh,
right. That shit was it. Hey, low key though, I always held my integrity against those brands. Maybe it was because I was too broke. First of all,
they were expensive.
But I also didn't even try it. I was like, nah, you know what? Like, if I beg my mom hard enough, she'll give me a little something. I'm her fucking only boy and shit. She's like wants to make me happy or something. And I also wasn't fucking an asshole now, But I was just like. Well, there's something suspect about Hollister.
And what happened with them there?
With what, Hollister?
Yeah.
I don't know. They just like brands lose popularity. Like I don't know, dude. I don't know what it is about fads.
Right.
Like, like how is it that a fad like clothes wise can come through? Especially like let's think about teenagers, right? Because they're the ones that kind of like carry it. Because adults, like I don't know, they're like I feel like it's. Well, first of all, I really do feel like teenagers and adults can wear whatever they want and like rock it. You know what I'm saying? Like that shirt. I never seen it before, but you're rocking it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so big. You know what I'm saying?
You like it?
Hell yeah, I fuck with it.
It's my alter ego. Beto Virtuoso, papi. One of my many alter egos or personalities.
Hell yeah.
Which I blame my childhood trauma.
That's how you like fucking express it. I feel like that's still like a positive way though to express, like a certain like trauma. Like if you can like put your trauma into a character and then like make people laugh with that character, like I guess you could still say you're fucked up in the head, but like it's like saying like you turn some poison into like some like a
fruititious drink.
Yes.
Is that a correct word? Fruititious?
It sounds definitely like a word, but I'll pretend like it is a word.
You're the teacher, right? Well, I don't know.
Well, I mean, I'm not an English teacher, but still though, like earlier, I was talking about like the whole like positive image and all that shit. I feel like social media obviously does have a lot of power on people, especially a lot of the people that are like easily like convinced to think a certain way or be a certain way. So I also believe like I feel like our words are like a spell, like not necessarily like a real like magical spell, but like let's say that reality only exists because of our perception. Let's just say, I'm not saying that's real.
That's right.
But let's say for this argument that we only sense things as reality only because of this, right? This. But like, are you really here? Like, fuck, I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's the truth is whatever the majority believes, right? So we're literally You believe I'm here, so I'm here. I believe you're here, so you're here. I don't know. It gets trippy. That's some mushroom talk. That's the mushroom
Hey,
stuff.
dog, did you hit mushrooms? Nah. So, right, so if our perceptions create realities, I want to alter people's perceptions through this mechanism known as social media. Like, social media has pushed a lot of negativities, pushed a lot of bullshit, a lot of crap, you know, like straight up. Don't get me wrong, is it funny, entertaining, yeah, whatever. But I can handle it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't let it dictate my life. So if I'm able to share something good, or share a positive story, or share a meaningful, inspiring quote, or whatever the fuck, it doesn't mean I'm always feeling that way. In fact, you know, I might post that and like flip somebody out or something. You know?
Be positive.
That's a fucking shirt. How like, oh, that's a shirt. Be positive, and in the back, me just flipping out somebody like this. No, I'm not kidding all the way, you know, but sort of. But still, the point is that people can be altered.
Yep.
By their sensory environments. And so I want to be able to cause that minor shift of somebody that's like, you know what, I'm gonna fuck around and wake up early today, you know what I'm saying, and try to get my workout in, try to get some work in before work, you know, like everything's work, bro. I be trying to tell people like, man, like, stop being a little scary ass, like, ponte a trabajar, güey.
Ponte a trabajar, cabrón.
You know, like, it's like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, you're just trying to be a slave to capitalism, this and that. And it's like, no, I'm not trying to be a slave to nobody. That's what I'm trying to learn.
Who told you that?
A lot of people.
Damn.
It's like another ideology in the internet that can influence people. You know, the internet's full of communists, bro. I don't know if you knew this.
Damn, why? No way.
You didn't know that?
No.
Nah?
I just thought the internet was just a place where you can be whatever you want to be. Put an image out that might not even be real. And somewhere where you can shop.
Where you can what? Shop? Oh, I think you said where you can get shot. I was like, damn.
Hey, that too.
What type of internet is you in?
People post weird. I be going through my story sometimes and just say to myself, dude, why are you posting this?
Well, what's an example? What's an example of something that they post that makes you think that way?
Yeah. Oh, an example?
Yeah.
Let's say somebody that's is fighting a certain case, and they're doing the same thing that case is telling you, or is putting you on trial for. It's like, bro, are you kidding me? Do you not know that everybody can see this? Or people put in their vaccine cards.
Hey, that's the fun. Hey, one of my homies reposted that, and then he was like, I guess it doesn't work unless you post it. You know, with the little emoji that's like, with the like crooked smile.
Oh yeah. It doesn't go into full effect. You know, your proteins don't start being created until you post it, because they know.
They do. The fucking tag.
Big
the tag.
Big tag. Oh my god.
I mean, the vaccine shit, bro. I high-key hate that whole conversation because I've been drawn into it.
I'm gonna get it. You gonna get it?
I'm actually just like, I'm such a rebel.
I'm waiting to
I'm just such a rebel, honestly. Like, I think it's safe according to everybody.
Yeah.
Again, but like, where are these like perceptions coming from? You feel me? Like, everything is true and everything is false. That's the world that I live in. That's why I do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah. Because
in a sense, like, nothing matters, but everything does. And then I'm just like, fuck it. You know what I mean?
It's a daily struggle.
Yeah.
Like what? And I'm not anti-vax because my whole childhood I've been vaccinated.
Facts.
Through my mom.
Yeah.
Oh, you're obligated.
Before going to school, right?
Before going to school. So how can I say, how can I be a conspiracy theorist and be like, oh, dude, that's a joke? If I've been getting vaccines my whole life, but then playing devil's advocate is, maybe that's why you think certain ways, or you are the way you are.
That's why we're fucking stupid.
Yeah, because you've been getting vaccinated since birth. Papa is like, come on, what do you? But
programming.
Yeah, but then again, it's like, dude, our bodies is the best machine out there, and if they did poison me with some vaccines as a kid, I'm sure my body fought it, or my mind told me, don't go or don't do certain things, because I don't know. I'm just waiting. If people don't stop dropping dead in the next year,
you're gonna take it.
I will get the mark of the bees, right? Because I'm trying to go to the club. I'm trying to go to the Dodger game. Sure. And if that's the mark of the bees, then hey.
Yeah. Nah, for real. I mean, look, I truly have nothing against that. I do not. Why would I? You know, I just don't feel like fighting nobody. You know what I'm saying? Especially for their choice.
Yeah.
That's really, I'm all about that.
Choices.
Yeah, I'm all about that. Like, please, like, I think it's a great thing to have resources. If there's a resource available to you and it's your choice to want to, like, take it, I love it. I'm a huge fan of it. When it starts making me really irritated and upset is when those same people that had the liberty to choose to put that into themselves use that same liberty against the people who want to exercise their liberty to not take it. To then attack their ability to work, right? Oh, if you don't have this vaccine, you can't get down here. You know? If you don't have this vaccine, dude, look what they're doing to the fucking college kids.
Oh, USC, huh?
All of them. All the Cal States and UCs and probably like private schools, depending on where they're located. USC's in LA, so obviously they're gonna...
Sounds like lawsuits coming up, don't you think?
I think... well, first of all, that's another thing about it, right? Is like, if you happen to get ill from it 10 years from now, you can't even fucking file a lawsuit against, Pfizer and Moderna, J&J for whatever reason. You know, and I'm just like, yo, man, I'm way too skeptical. I'm way too skeptical-minded.
Hell yeah.
To just be like, yeah, hell yeah, like, let me go ahead and take it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it's like if somebody told me, like, hey, bro, you know, the club is popping, you know what I'm saying? But we don't really know if you're going to make it out. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like, do I take it because I want to have, like, immediate fun? Or do I just kind of, like, just chill, you know? Can I pass off on that? And I can, you know, dude, I'm so glad I'm out of college. Right now, the situation is the teachers and all that, they're cool with it right now. But
the majority,
who knows how they're gonna start acting next year? But dude, I exercise my brain. You feel me? Like, I'll be the one motherfucker in that whole place telling everybody that how can they be for freedom? Like, how can they be for democracy? Like, how can they? You know what I'm saying? And then turn around against the one motherfucker that has an idea different than theirs. And at the end of the day, even if I lose, I'm gonna go down swinging, bro. I already have it like ready. You know what I'm saying?
Script. Damn.
No, but it's because, like, for me personally, like, I do have to believe in shit. You know what I'm saying? And like, my belief is 100%. Like I'm more. That's why, like, I don't agree with Democrats, and I don't agree with Republicans. But on this whole vaccine shit, I'm on the Republican side. Yeah. Because they're the ones that are like, nah, dude, it's okay.
You don't have to if you don't
want to. And I'm like, these motherfuckers is making sense now?
Right, the group that is not supposed to? Yeah, it's definitely strange times we're living in, bro. Like, crazy strange times. Sometimes, like, I wake up and I'm like, am I even alive? Like we said earlier, am I even here? This dimension, what the fuck is up with it? I don't know. The Matrix 4 is coming out this year, so it'll definitely give us some answers.
The documentary continues. Oh. Hey, but is Neo still gonna be?
Yeah, he's alive for sure. Yeah, there were pictures got released, got leaked of him on set, so he's alive. And then the Matrix 3, right? The little girl, which I still don't know what the fuck she meant. Or what was her purpose in that movie, or what was she, right? Love is a word. I love my daughter. She tells the Oracle, it's Neo something, and then she's like, only time would tell, something like that. So it definitely ended on, all right, this was coming back. If they decide to do a fourth, which they did, 20 years later, I'd say? 19 maybe?
I feel like that's the right move though.
18, I think it was like 18 years.
Is it gonna be the same writers?
Yeah, it's the sisters now.
Oh. Hey, damn. See, like that's even more like it just kind of adds on to the same.
Yeah, you definitely don't fuck with the leaks.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't. You don't release a woke movie like that and get away with it, and there's no consequences. Do
you I mean, we're assuming, right, that we are in a simulation.
Yeah.
And that movie's telling you, like, yo, fuck off, you know? Like, stop working so much. Like, basically, like, stop eating every lie up like it's a fucking taco. Like, it's Taco Tuesday, you know? What do you think? You think it impacted? You think it impacted the world? In that sense where it kind of woke people up, like, from not 100% right? Because, like, I don't think I'm unplugged.
Yeah.
But like maybe like the glitch is like, or sometimes you're like, oh shit.
Oh. Well, you know, not thinking like a conspiracy theorist. Maybe it was just a metaphor,
for what?
For corporate America, pretty much. Like capitalism, right? Don't work so much. Don't be a robot.
Like just like understanding that it's important to
choices. I think the whole purpose of that movie was choices, right? If I'm not mistaken, or did I see it wrong? Did I analyze it wrong? Because he had been there a gang of times before, right? When he meets the creator, he's like, "Oh, you were a lot faster than your predecessors. You figured this out a lot faster than the previous one." And Reloaded, Matrix 2, like on the screens, it's all the previous Neos of him. Is like, "No, you're crazy. I'll kill you." And he's like, "What the?"
That was a sick ass scene.
So like, well, what are you saying, that this was been here before, but this time he was there faster? I don't know. That movie was one of the most trippiest movies I've ever rewatched as an adult and try to understand it. And what I understood was choices. Everybody got choices, and he chose to save Trinity, right, instead of somebody else or something, right? He chose to. I guess he found her and he took off the bullet from her. Choices. That's the whole purpose I'm trying to say about that I got, was we all have choices. And ever since I rewatched it, it's like, yeah, you're right. We all have choices.
I like that interpretation because it brings it to like a human level. You know what I'm saying? Like, how does this movie even matter, right? Like, am I really just in a fucking simulation? or like a fictional novel often teaches not what is, but how things can be. And so, you know, by analyzing it in that way, you're like, choices. Yes, like, maybe I should stop playing victim, or maybe I should do something with my life that I am proud of. Because when people say like do something with your life, it's not like go get a job. That's not what we mean. Do something with your life is like do something where you wake up one day and you're just like, you're kind of stoked. You know, like, I think that's one of my biggest advantages in this simulation. It's like I'm genuinely happy, like, to like exist, and it doesn't mean that I don't experience hardships or negativity or sadness, depression, anxiety. I'm in the realm, therefore I'm gonna experience all these physical ills and also like the happiness of our physical, you know, interactions, which come in a plethora of different ways. But when I detach myself from that, I'm just like, nah, dude, like, regardless of all these bad things that have happened, all these bad people that I've met, I get to wake up today and I choose happiness. Is it possible that it's that easy to hack that system or not?
Yeah. Like you say, you choose. You choose to be miserable. You choose to let the guy, I think I heard this on your podcast the other day, you choose to let the guy that cut you impact your mood. You know, you're, because he's, or I think I read it in the book, that because he might just be trying to get home And he probably has an emergency and you don't know, and he cut you off not because he's an asshole, but because he has to get somewhere. But you decide to honk and brave fun, go after him and chase him, and maybe you get into an accident. You chose that, my boy. Like you chose that. You could have just been like, boom, let it go. Everybody's in traffic, blah blah blah. So it really is that easy, and maybe for some people it's harder because they fight demons in their head, but it really is just a mental thing. Just I'm gonna be happy. Say you're gonna be happy. You're gonna be positive today, and you'll be able to do it. But if you wake up and you're like, damn, I gotta go to work. Well, then you're already choosing to be angry. Choose to I gotta wake up, I'm going to work. Hey, I'm about to make some money. It's gonna be a good day. It's all choices and energy. It's what I got from the Matrix and from life.
Yeah, the Matrix is life. And I mean, you know, when you were describing like what else have you picked up from it, like there's two things that obviously, I mean, there's so many things, right, that can come out of the Matrix. One of the things that I was thinking about was like, you know, from that scene when you were talking about all the different screens, there's two ideas. One of them is like parallel universes, and the other one is reincarnation. So I'll just go with parallel universes first, right? Like that's the idea. And by the way, I don't know how scientific it is or how factual it is. It's just shit that I've heard. Basically, like we are alive in like hundreds of thousands of different places at the same time.
At the same time.
At different times. And you know, what the fuck? You know, is that like, why am I here then? Or why is my consciousness stuck here?
In this one, right?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. One day we're all gonna find out, right? Or maybe we won't find out. Because nobody knows what happens when you die. Nobody. And the ones that are dead, they can't tell us. Or maybe they are telling us in a different way that you just don't know. I don't know. That's the big question, right? But I definitely believe in consciousness. And when you go to sleep, like we talked about this last week, when you go to sleep, your brain is still working. Your body essentially still operating, still moving, because you obviously move, right, when you're sleeping and toss and turn. But your mind is somewhere else. And why do you remember certain dreams, or why do certain dreams, like, why do you dream certain things? I like to believe, that when you fall asleep, you go into a different realm, and you see it from a sort of
bird's eye view.
Yeah, thank you. From like a bird's eye view, and that's why when in dreams, when you die and you wake up, you're like, what the hell? I don't know. Why does that happen? Why does that happen? Because I've had a couple of dreams where I don't know if I die, but definitely like things are happening. Probably like getting shot. Boom! Like, or I'm about to get shot and I wake up. It's like, what the hell? Oh, did I die in that dream, or is this the last level of this game called life? I don't know. Why do we remember certain situations as a child, especially the ones that cause trauma, but not everything? Because like for me, an example, I only remember the trauma that happened in my childhood a lot, and very vividly. Like, why can't I remember when my mom was loving me and giving me kisses? Why do I only remember when she was spanking the fuck out of me and cursing at me? I don't know. One day we're gonna find out. But that's why I make this. I don't know. It gets deep.
What a segue.
It's a deep conversation that nobody has the answers to, but it all leads to one thing: choices and energy and the golden rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated.
Facts.
Or else bad things will happen.
But I mean, I know we don't have the answers, right? But I think that's what makes it so fun to think about. Because you're like, no, it's okay. I don't want to give nobody an answer. I want to explore. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, as a human in our human civilization, that's what's made us the top dog. You know what I mean? Is that we've always been curious and exploratory. And then we learn, and then we teach, and then like we just pass on these ideas, and so on and so forth. Like I've always believed, like my meat bag. This is a meat bag. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all it is.
Yeah, right.
But it's useful for two things: to love and to share ideas. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm only here for such a fucking minute time period. Like they say that the world has been here for billions of years.
What? When we think of billions, it's a lot. That's a big number.
Dude, that shit blows my fucking brains. Why? I mean,
and we're here for what?
Fuck that question. But the next point that I was gonna say about the movie was like, so we talked about parallel universes, right? Being everywhere at once at the same time. Fucking trippy. How does that happen? I have no idea. The other thought, because of all the like, you know, they're telling Neo like, oh, you've been here before, or whatever. Like, look at you. You're all over the place. Reincarnation. Like, reincarnation is another one of those like crazy thoughts where it's like, what if that was representing the fact that he lived through those lives several different times already, and because you didn't solve or your purpose, you're back. You're back, motherfucker.
Hey, that's...
So maybe like that, and that gives me good vibes because it gives me purpose. You know, like, oh shit, I'm here right now.
Exactly.
And if I was here now, that means I've been here before. So maybe let's do something different. Even though I don't know what I did before, but like I know that I'm here right now, and I know that this time is finite, and I know that I want to make an impact. So I'm looking at these boxes of time, and I'm like, I'm gonna maximize my ability to just not necessarily leave my like digital footprint in the matrix, but to, I think, infect. Like I want to be like a virus. You know what I'm saying? Like infect as many people as possible with the idea that you can be in there, and because you're aware, be happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I can't unplug myself, can I, through whether it's a lie or not, make myself happy? Is it possible? I think so. And in that sense, I'm gonna be that virus that makes other people believe. Imagine for like being a happy virus.
Damn.
You know,
that's not a lot of those. Of not virus, but just happy people, happy, positive energy, right? Because happy is positive energy. There's not especially in low income communities.
Big facts. It's always tied. It's always tied. Like
it's always
like that's why like I'm a big like fan of like material reality. Cause like there's no you know, we come back to this life, right? Like right now we're getting all fucking philosophical by Pluto and shit, and now we're back to Earth. Like in the it's obvious, right, that like if you're poor, it's gonna have an effect
huge
on your fucking perceptions of life. Like maybe when you're like really really little, not that much, because you're like still unaware that you're poor. But as soon as you start getting that consciousness activated, you're like, yo man, fucking hate these apartments. Like everyone's all up in my business. I got no privacy. It's fucking loud as fuck. The cops are constantly like abusing people outside of my fucking doorstep. Like it just adds on, you know. You got one factor and then another factor and then another factor. I think that's why it's like, that's why I like to use my life again as an example of being like, dude, like tweak it. You know what I'm saying? Tweak it a little.
Yeah.
Cause I think that's all it is, bro. like a little minor tweak.
Yeah, a different choice, right?
Exactly.
Bam, bam. I believe in that too, and yeah, like you said, it's like, all right, you get back, reset. It's like a reset button, and it's so funny to me because the first time I ever smoked weed, that's how I felt. That
a door opened or something?
No, like just everything was repeating, but I would start all over. Like I was in my bed, I woke up, like my best friend was in front of me because we shared rooms at that time. Then I would go back to sleep and wake up, do the same thing, but this time do something else. Like I got up, and then I went back to sleep, and I got up again, and I did. I called his name, got up, but this time I went down the stairs. Then I went back to sleep. I woke up, did the same thing, went back downstairs, went all the way to the first floor, and like that, and that tripped me the hell out. I was like, what the hell? And maybe that's how life is, or this realm is. We've been here a lot of times, but you did something wrong. Reset. Boom. The same struggles, the same trauma. Boom, 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 boom. But this time, instead of going right, you go left. And then maybe it was wrong. Well, maybe it was right, but once you went left, you went right again. Bam. You wake up. You make a left instead of doing the right. You go left until you get it right. Like you said, until you get it right and you find out what really is the purpose, and then you go to heaven once you figure it out. And I think it's be happy and make as many people around you happy and positive instead of being so negative all the time, being a hater or doing desmadre. It's like you weren't here to kill kids, fucking gangbangers or fools, drug dealers. You weren't here to do that. You were here to create, be happy, be positive, and until you get it right, we're gonna do it again.
That's a pretty wicked way to look at things. Like, just do it again, my boy. Just do it. You know what it reminded me of? Like,
well, that's the whole Neo thing, right? You said is like do it again.
Yeah. It reminds me of the homie Elvin Roses that was doing this like fucking thing where it seems like a challenge, like a fucking 70-day challenge or something.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, he's constantly like going back to number one.
And it fucks up.
Yeah, and I'm just like, that's exactly what that is. Like, yo, like, you're on your fucking 10th day and you fucked up, my boy. Damn.
Start all over.
But that's accountability, and I think that's what we should do in our daily lives. And I think obviously that's the point of that challenge, right? It's like, bro, I'm gonna get you right. If you follow structure, our structure, what makes you believe you can't follow your structure? Like your own game plan for 70 days. If you do a game plan, any game plan for 70 days, you can pretty much do anything forever. It's a habit, you know? Like it only takes a couple days, 21 days to create a habit, a new habit.
That's what they say?
That's what they say.
Studies?
I don't know what the reality of any of that is, but I can say this myself. I mean, I've been working out now consistently, probably closer to, let's just say 5 months, right? And it was all like the majority of all the time I was working out upstairs, body weight, boom. But I was consistent every day at the same time. Maybe a couple days cheated here and there, you know what I'm saying? Like in all those months, couple days here and there. And then when I did, I felt fucked up. I felt like I cheated on myself because I had already created a system in my head and I was unfaithful to my own system. Imagine that. You unfaithful to yourself. How you gonna be faithful to somebody else? You know? So those habits are key. So now I've transitioned, bro. I've transitioned into lifting weights. I've already gained a couple pounds, man.
I can see the veins.
I
can see the veins.
The veins themselves.
From the biceps.
Sheesh, carrying a little bit more weight. So now I'm transitioning to creating a new habit. For these past 2 weeks, tomorrow I complete my 3 weeks actually of lifting weights.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So
I can't even do that in one day.
That makes me feel good. That's part of my game plan of attaining freedom. You know, Jocko Willink always talks about discipline equals freedom. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you gotta unlock your greatest character. It's like a fucking video game, fool. Like, I am a video game. But if I keep fucking losing all these battles with myself, I'm not gonna get to my highest self, like my greatest fucking character. I'm not even close. You know? But that's the mentality. That's the grabbing the fucking game by the balls, you know what I'm saying? And being like, come on here. Mortal Kombat, you know what I'm saying? It was a good movie. But it was alright actually. It's kinda
I heard mixed feelings about mixed reviews.
So like the plot is kinda stupid. But the action and the characters and the colors, fatalities and shit like that.
I gotta watch that.
But yeah, man, like going back to that whole idea, like discipline is freedom. Like I don't have that like fully figured out, but I'm fucking on that path right now, dude. And I fucking feel it's fucking great.
I gotta get to it too.
Hey, do it, bro. Like do it for yourself. Like I didn't get to do this for myself until last year when I started. And one of my homies, Lord, he's one of the most fit guys I know, man. Like this guy is like super fit, super dude. I call him super dude.
Super dude.
And he put me on this program, you know? He put me on his program from some guy named Jack Cavalier, like body weight. And it was good because I was also like, the year before that I got my surgery. So any gains I had before that, which I didn't have many because I wasn't consistent.
You never lifted even when
in college football, my senior year, yes. Those 3 years before then, no. So I was all fucking skinny para verga. And then, but senior and junior year, I was like, you know, I was one of those skinny, strong guys.
Yeah.
Cause I was going hard in the gym, the football gym. You know, football workouts they get you strong, relatively strong.
Very strong.
And so I was a skinny, strong guy-ish. And then so I had that gap, and then I was in my best peak at 21, and then from there, just I got one surgery, and then just didn't really focus, man. Didn't focus like at all, you know, just beating my meat.
The only muscle he was exercising.
Hey, these veins were always large. So I'm telling you, man, there's a large period of my lifespan where I've lacked a lot of focus. I've always been a dreamer and dedication, but never enough focus, like inner focus. It's like I've always just done like the bare minimum, and like the bare minimum is like again
the bare minimum.
Yeah, vale madre, like, you know. So for me, this working out shit has been all about that, bro. It's been all about like redirecting my focus into myself. And I'm telling you, bro, I feel like I'm one step closer to getting to that godliness. You know what I'm saying? And
Super Saiyan.
Yes. And again, getting into some wild, crazy thinking. You know, like if we really are in a simulation, in the Matrix. Even if we're not in the Matrix, even if, let's say, this is all physical, material reality, who's the fucking king?
Yourself.
Yeah. But if you have a fucking little skinny ass wolf versus a big wolf, who's gonna win most likely? Big one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you want to look at it metaphorically or literally, like you want to swell up.
True.
Period.
It's funny. I started putting on a little weight like 2 years ago because I told my homie that. He's like, bro, nobody takes a skinny food serious. Nobody. And I'm like, me, especially a dad, I have to deal with these principals and these teachers and other parents. I'm already a young dad, and they see me super skinny. I'm like, dude, get out of here, little kid. But let me put on a little weight. I put on a little weight, and it's like, all right, you get a little bit more respect, you know. Now imagine very muscular. Oh yes, sir. Your son will go into this program ASAP. Cause yeah, no offense, nobody. Then that's why now all these little skinny fools, all they do is shoot. Because it's like, sorry, dude, you got beat up. You should have put on some weight.
Facts.
And yeah, I gotta get back to the gym myself too.
it makes sense, bro. But at the same time, I don't want to impose that on anybody. Be like, oh, this is the way, you know, the truth.
Principalo.
But I'm just saying, man, it feels good. It really, really does feel good. Again, it kind of. Another reason why I like to do it in the morning is because, like, I get the hardest part of my day out of the way. And dude, I'm telling you, fool, it just makes you feel like a fucking badass, dude. Like, you're just like, got a large cock and you're walking around showing everybody.
Swing!
By the way, guys, that's a metaphor, by the way. Hey, man, let's talk a little bit about the brand, bro. Let's talk a little bit about the brand.
Man, these conversations can go on for hours.
For sure.
There's just no right or wrong answer.
Not at all. Virtuoso beard.
Virtuoso beard.
But why virtuoso? Like, what? That sounds virtuous by definition, but.
Yeah, well, the literal term for virtuoso is a sophisticated musician or artist. Yeah, the guy that's a master in music or art.
Really? Is that really what virtuoso means?
Yeah.
Sick.
It's also, like, synonyms are like genius or master.
What?
And all that. I had no idea. I just remember I was going to school and I came across the word virtuoso, and I just liked the way it rolled and it sounded. I said virtuoso. I even favored it on the dictionary app. And when I graduated and I wanted to start a beard care brand, you know, the name's always the hardest, figuring out the name for anything. And I believe I opened a dictionary app, and I went through my favorites, and I saw that virtuoso, and I'm like, virtuoso beard balm. I thought, I love it. I love how that sounds, and with that's when I decided to roll. It's just the way it sounded.
It does sound good, and I think, like, you know, like, a name and how it rolls off, like, does matter when it comes down to a brand.
Absolutely, yeah. That's something I did learn in my marketing class.
In my marketing class.
Right?
So, I mean, why beard care? Why beard care?
Because I needed something very niche. I saw, you know, no offense to everybody else doing their own thing, but everybody was doing clothing at that time. So I've never once I learned at a young age that it's okay to be different, right? As we said earlier, I was trying to fit in so many things, but none of them was me. I like to be very narcissistic to this and say I'm unique because, right? A lot of people can see this and be like, oh, pinche joto, you know, I'm flamboyant. I'm not. I'm married with 2 kids and I love my wife. Just because this doesn't define what I am. Same with when I started this. I'm like, I don't want to do clothing. What can I do? And I used to use a different brand of a beer bomb, and I just got out the shower and I was getting ready and I saw how small it was and how much they were charging me, and I said, there it is. And I hit up my best friend. I'm like, yo, bro, what if we start selling our own beer bomb? And he's like, let's do it. Because we were roommates in college, and we were always, before going to sleep, just think about, like, dude, how are we gonna get rich? We need to get rich one day. We gotta come up with something. And when I proposed this idea, he liked it. He's like, let's do it. I did a bunch of homework, research, and eventually I hit up some manufacturers to send me samples of what they had. They sent some over. I added some ingredients. I took some out, and voila, our first product was the beer bomb. After that, after much success of how that did, it enabled me to move on and come up with the washes. because I saw how a bunch of people, other brands, other beard care brands, also were introducing washes for the beard, and I also figured out that not a lot of bearded men have beard wash. They use head shampoo.
So what's the difference, bro? Like if you use like head shampoo and a beard wash.
Well, it's different our follicles. Our hair follicles are way different than our beard follicles. So, our beard care wash set really focuses and nourishes the beard follicles in the hair, as opposed to and it has way less chemicals than these big brands like Head and Shoulders, Old Spice. They're just filled with, no offense, with chemicals, because they're huge. They have to keep up with the demand, and so it has, like I said, it focuses on your beard hair, on the follicles, most importantly, on your facial as opposed to your head. And there's a reason why, like for me, for example, we lose hair from here, but not from here. Mm-hmm. It's like, how? It's different. Our hair is different, just like the hairs in our legs.
They're all different?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I would have never really known. And guys, it's also made in the USA. You know what I'm saying? Support America.
God bless you. Yup, that's right. Yeah, because people always feel that, it's from China. I don't want it. And it's China. But little do they know, or I'm sure they do know, it's just they're just so blind, or they decide they don't care because it's an established brand. Like for example, Louis Vuitton or
the shoes the shoes that I'm wearing, fucking whatever brand.
Everything is made overseas, especially in the biggest one being China. Not many things are made in the USA, and so I wanted to target the gabachos, the white boys, and they love anything that's made in the USA. It says made in the USA. Well, I'm gonna support it. I'll pay $30. So that's why I decided to make it. And also, it was cheaper to ship out.
You know what? Like there was a time period when I tried to look into it, like buying all USA clothes, but it wasn't like everything I like style wise. Like it wasn't like they were making no style shit. They were making like some fucking flat ass, fucking weird ass, fucking flannels and jeans, and I was just like, bro, like you look like a fucking typical white guy out of a Sims like simulation. You know what I mean? Like I sometimes you need a little bit of color, a little like this, bro. This is unique. You know what I'm saying? Like I never seen no shit like
it's a
this.
Beautiful color too. Beautiful. That's the first thing I noticed. The color.
The color. Lifetime's Dead. Los Angeles. Well, a little, you know what I'm saying right there, a little heat.
Flaming hot.
A flaming heart.
Ooh, is that what he called it?
I don't know what he called it.
Yeah, he might just get flaming hot.
But you know, like having a, like, are you a passionate guy, dude? Like would you? I mean, I hate to get too personal or whatever, but like, not like sexually, dude. But like, are you a passionate lover?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, does that also translate to like other things? Like, are you just passionate often, or like, nah?
No, I am. I don't know how to explain it, but
well, I want to explain it. Like how like for me, for example, I get really passionate when I get an opportunity to like tickle people's brains. You know what I'm saying? Like if there's a group of people and they're ready for me, like I'm gonna come in there and fucking act a clown and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, just like, but it's not that and on one side I do like the reward, you know, like, oh dude, like we're watching him, you know, but at the same time I don't care that much about myself.
Yeah, I think I'm very passionate when, like you said, when I want to inform people of the things that I want them to know. Like for example, right now I'm very passionate about getting my people into crypto, and my people, of course, the raza, and just the raza, because it's the future, and hop on it now before it's not too late, but before it's more expensive. And it can, I honestly believe crypto can be a road to financial stability and freedom, as we saw in and it sucked, and our people don't know, because at least like my dad, for example, there's ranchero straight from the rancho that they're barely learning how to figure out Facebook and a cell phone, let alone crypto, digital money. What? I mean, dame $20 in cash, papa. It's what they will say. But
cash is king.
Cash is king.
Yeah.
And it's like, if I can get you to invest $50 a week, which I've seen you guys fucking spend hundreds on beer, $50 a week into this portfolio or this wallet, in 20 years, you might just be a millionaire. Because Bitcoin, that's how it started. That's why I told my neighbor, I'm like, dude, imagine that 10 years ago some crazy guy was telling you, hey, buy Bitcoin. And he would tell you, dude, it has a potential, it's gonna go up to 50K, which is what it's at now, higher too. But you looked at it 10 years ago, like, dude, this thing's $1 or less than $1. Or 2 years ago, it's less than a cent. You're crazy. You're on drugs. Stop smoking what you're smoking. 10 years later, in 10 years, it's not even a lot, dude. My fucking kid is 10 years old. 10 years ago, I had a kid. Now it's worth $54,000+, dude.
It got to 63 a couple weeks ago.
And it's about to get that, probably when he releases his book. I mean, this video is at 70K.
You never know.
We don't know. But we do know it's the future. It's the future. It's, because, yeah, cash is king, but nowadays, I'm sending you money through the internet. Cash App, Venmo, Zelle.
Yeah, well, by the way, I was like being like sarcastic about the cash is king, but like cash is king for like immigrants.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're like still like the type to like keep it all in the bank, you know, even though the fucking bank is fucking you. Like, I mean, yeah, they keep it safe, but like, let's say, for example, the bank gives you 0.1% interest on your you could have $100,000 in there, and that's what you're getting. And then there's like the CDs, they'll give you like 1.5, maybe 2%, which is basically like keeping up with inflation. You know, it's not getting you nothing, it's not taking away nothing, it's like literally just keeping up with inflation. And even then, it's not a liquid asset. You can't just like, you know, bang, bang, bang. So it's like, so it's important that, like you said, bro, like, man, I've fallen in love with the space that is crypto because of the potential to help liberate la raza, like you said, you know, and I'll shoot it to black people too, because it's like, yo, man, like, we all in the same boat, man. We all in the same boat. Like, let's just find a way. Fuck surviving. I already did that bullshit, you know. I already been in the water.
We're trying to have a boat.
I'm trying to fucking ride, you know what I'm saying? Jet ski style.
Butt naked with everything.
Yeah.
And, you know, back to the interdimensional and
true.
What if crypto, right, because it's a digital cash, what if we do get aliens in the next few years and your only ride to Mars or whatever is crypto? Because they ain't gonna want cash. They gonna burn that thing. Oh, it's fake. It's fake. It's paper. What is, all right, you want to ride to Mars? I'll take 3 doggy coins, Doge coins, whatever they want. Okay, boom, ding, ding, bye bye. What if that really is interdimensional?
I like the idea of that because it's technology. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, tech is so much more valuable than like paper, for example. Like, paper has its role. It's needed for like what, like wiping your ass and writing on it. What's like the writing part is obviously dope and useful, but now we're all writing on internet scribes. You know, like the cloud is the ultimate form. It's the ultimate wallet for everything. Our thoughts, our fucking nudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything, yo. Like everything I've ever thought is stored on Google, YouTube. Like now with this podcast,
USB, all that.
everything is digitized. You know. So it really does make me feel like the other day I was thinking about like okay, check this out. It could go many ways, but like let's say I die today. I think eventually we're gonna have the technology to create like a universe inside a computer, like a simulation within a simulation, for example, and we're gonna be able to bring in people from the dead based upon these videos. Like they're gonna be like let's say not today. Let's say I die like 40 years from now, and I have grandkids and shit. They're like, hey, like guys, like there's this new technology where all we take is a lot of like videos of our grandpas, and then they recreate his consciousness into this world, digital world, where now they can jump into and be like, Grandpa.
That'd be dope.
You know what I'm saying? And I was thinking about that, and I was like, wait, but that's not gonna be me. It's gonna be a clone of myself. Like it's gonna be a clone of the best replica possible of my consciousness. But it's not gonna be me anymore. I'm gone. I've left. Or ceased to exist.
That's scary, man.
I know, man. That shit trips me out. What I would like to do is like, it's like Black Mirror shit. I would, before I die, I would like to make that clone of myself, go into that world and hang out with myself.
Oh.
And be like, dude, did he give me a real vibe? You know, like, wouldn't you be able to tell? Like if someone's being like real, or you think they just, the artificial intelligence would just be that advanced where it's like, I am you.
Damn, you're gonna have to come up with a secret word that only you would know, right? That I don't know, or an event that only you know occurred to figure out that it's the real you, right? Like a safe word.
Right.
I don't know that's a very trippy scenario. Maybe you will. I don't know. Right. I read something that the smartest people don't know anything, and it's true. We don't know anything. That's fine. I heard on my Twitter. We don't know nada.
We don't know nada.
We don't know nada.
Nada sabemos, man.
Hey. But that's imagine having a conversation with yourself, saying, "Hey, you know, you're talking with me because you're dead. One of the versions of you is not real."
Bruh.
Clone. I mean,
of course, it would be like, okay, like, I mean, it's all digital. Like, you would have to get into that, you know, meta space to, like, interact with them. What about, like, in real life? Like, what about, like, creating, like, artificial intelligence, robot-wise, in this physical space with human skin? Like, not necessarily human skin, but, like, creating, like, some type of, like, organic material that feels like human skin. You think that's possible, like, in our lifespan? Where we're gonna be able to chill with, like, the robot homie, but the robot homie's gonna look like us?
I say yes, because technology in the past 10 years has just rocketed, dude. And God willing, we live to 100, right? That's at least 50, 60 years from, 70 years from now. I hope so. I mean, there's a flying car coming out in 2023 in Tokyo. Flying car.
Facts.
I was telling you the link so you can see. It was like, I was like, what the fuck? 2023? That's in 2 years.
So we got there finally.
Yeah. It's Toyota too. I believe Toyota's doing it. Like, it's a very cool, like Star Wars. It looks like a motorcycle. The prototype.
Dude, I might fuck around the car.
We have to move to Tokyo.
Oh, it's not gonna happen in America?
I don't think anytime soon.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna come. I mean, if it's gonna be out there, I mean, like, America has a lot of cheese.
They do.
There's gonna be a lot of motherfuckers that's like, yo, I don't give a fuck if it's a Camry.
But we don't even have a bullet train. And Tokyo has a bullet train.
Oh, what you're saying is like a lot of countries around the world are just like more advanced when it comes down to like transportation.
Yeah.
Which is true. I've met a lot of people from different countries that look at our subway systems and they're like, America?
Especially New York.
All of them, bro. I mean, I have been to the New York one, and it looks identical to the Chicago one, and the Chicago one looks like identical to the LA one. Like, they're just like, I mean, because it's been all my life, I don't know something different.
Yeah.
But there's this Chileno fool that I met in Chicago. Funny ass fool. I was at a hostel. I was with my homegirl. When we went out there, basically, I stayed at a hostel. And in this hostel, it's like 5 different beds, you know, different foods and shit, right?
I've seen the movie.
Thankfully, it was nothing like that. Until.
Oh shit. El Chileno.
No, it wasn't the Chileno. But anyways, so there's this fool, he's just speaking Spanish, you know, just speaking Spanish was like, I guess he only speaks Spanish, you know. So I started chopping it up with him in Spanish, and he was all happy, bro. He's like, oye, chaval, sabes, yo ya he estado aquí como por ya 2 semanas y nadie ha podido hablar conmigo, you know. And I'm just like, oh, and I was like, you know, like that's what's up, you know. Clicked up real well, and I was like, well, you know what, bro? I'm about to go visit my tia, you know, one of the suburbs. Fuck it, dog, come through, you know, like random stranger ass food.
Dang.
But sometimes you can feel that, right? Like that energy of like you're longing to connect, dude. That's like one of the most human things is wanting to belong, wanting to feel like love. And he was lonely, dude. Imagine being in a country, not being able to speak English, not being able to have a decent conversation with someone.
Damn.
So I was like, you know what, man? The right thing to do, in my opinion right now, is just invite him. Invite him. And he was fucking like, hell yeah, I want to do it. We got on the train. We get there. It's fucking snowing, by the way. It was a couple months ago in Chicago. Blistering snow.
Damn.
Inches, you know what I'm saying? We go to the store, we buy some drinks, we show up to my tia's house, and we just had a great night, man. There was a stranger in the house, but the vibes were good.
The energy, man, energy.
Yeah.
And what he said, the subway system sucked.
Yes! He literally, he's like, oye, yo pensé que iba a estar aquí en Estados Unidos más bonito esto.
And that's coming from some dude from South America, right? And we think of South America.
Third world country. And then this motherfucker's like, I forgot what he called the subway, but the subways out there were apparently real clean. You know what country has the nicest subway I've seen on the internet? Take a guess.
North Korea?
That's probably not a bad guess, but no. You're on that side though.
Russia?
Yes.
Russia.
Full, clean, full. Parecen como like beautiful, pristine, marble, glorious, like super royal.
Dang.
Like that's how they look.
Why our subway system suck? Is it we have too much money to? I mean, we spend our money on our military. I mean, they can't fuck with our military.
Let's talk about that. Nah, I don't know, but like because we're still talking about the subways, it's like I think what it is, and personally, I think a lot of people have cars in America. Like that's a thing. That's a real American thing. Like fucking the most cars per capita.
Oh, that's
You know, nos pasamos de verga, güey. Basically.
I think we have more cars than people.
Anybody in the world. Obviously not versus everybody, but like if we were like India has a lot of people, China has a lot of people, so they're also gonna have a lot of cars.
Yeah.
But like per capita, per people, you know, we probably do have the most cars by a fuckload. So that's probably why. So we're like, oh man, fuck the subways.
So I see. That's why you one of the smartest motherfuckers too.
Cheers, man.
Cheers. Amiga, se me acabó el café.
¿Quieres más café?
Por supuesto.
Ahorita agarro. Yeah, man, but like transportation, man. How do you feel about like cars driving themselves?
Oh, I can't wait. What's up right now? We should look. Jeez.
What's it looking like?
58. About to hit 58.
Bro, XRP. I tried to buy some the other day, but didn't let me. But
it's only certain.
But for sure, there's a couple that I'm like hopping on. Dude, I try to get on Polygon ASAP because everyone like all the Polygon Matic. It's called Matic for short, but Polygon.
I gotta look into
it's
that.
another one of those like DeFi decentralized systems, which is looking good because it's still under $1.
What's it called?
It was like it went from like 0.60 to like 0.90 yesterday. So that shit fucking blew up. Matic Polygon. Type in Polygon. I tried to buy it, but it wasn't letting me fucking like use my card and shit. So I was like, alright, fuck it.
What crypto app do you have?
Well, I have a couple. My main one is KuCoin.
KuCoin?
Yeah.
I download that one.
Yeah, KuCoin's cool because it gives you access to a bunch of shit. It's a cool exchange market. And then the other one, Crypto.com. I tried to use that one. That one has Polygon, but I couldn't buy it. It didn't let me like use my card. I think I gotta like link my bank account.
I had issue with that too.
But that should be weird as fuck though.
Because the banks don't want you to buy crypto, my boy.
Fucking guys.
Asshole.
Fucking guys. And it's like, I want to start buying low-key ones like that. Like Polygon. Because those are the ones that are going to like nut all over the place in 10 years.
Bro, I even, because my cousin's the one that got me into crypto. I even hit a told on my fool down to move to China, to Beijing for like 6 months. Because Binance, right? They have a lot of coins. They trade a lot of coins that these U.S.
Binance is the top one, but they don't let us use it here.
Yeah, they don't. For the
cock-meat sandwich eaters, huh?
cock-meat sandwich eater. Exactly. So I'm like, dude, I'm fucking down for it. To sacrifice. I told my wife, 6 months, you can come back a millionaire, dude. You could. I know you can.
Hey, well, shit, but does any of the homies know how to speak fucking Mandarin?
They speak English?
Beijing's hella English style,
for sure. Hell yeah. They were colonized. I didn't even know that, bro. That England had a tie on them until, like, I believe, 1995 or 97.
Mm-hmm.
They gave it back. So I was like, what the? Whoa, wait, what?
Yeah.
They were colonized, dude. And then freaking Britain has a bunch of colonies, dude. That the Queen has control over, like Barbados, where my baby girl Rihanna is from. The Queen collects taxes from them.
No way.
It's so crazy. That's where she gets all the money. That's why she's still rich too.
Damn.
Because a bunch of all these little countries that we've never heard of, they're still sovereign. Well, kind of, right? Well, they're backed by the UK, or England, but the only reason they're backed up is because they pay. They have to pay. The big sister. So, but I didn't even know that until like, dude, Beijing, Hong Kong was under white supremacy, under white control all these years to 1997. And it makes sense why Rush Hour 1, the guy is, they talk about it. It's like, oh, now that Hong Kong is back, right? I was like, what do you mean? I thought China's been its own for a while. But no, they were under the White House.
Well, when China's endured a whole bunch of different colonization, there was a time period where Japan tried to colonize China. They had this brutal attack. I'm forgetting the name of the battle, but basically it was fucking crazy. You know, like the Japanese came, they started raping everybody, fucking killing everybody. That's why there's all this fucking like antagonism between them, and also in movies there's always like Japanese versus Chinese. And so like this is real, you know.
Would you say it's like the Mexicans versus the Central Americans?
No, it's probably not the same, because I don't think we ever tried to colonize them. Like, I don't think there's any history where Mexico was like, we're gonna go downwards and make our country bigger.
True.
You know, like countries, Mexico, like I think in the Constitution they're all about peace and shit. Like, well, not all about peace, but like there's a line in there that's like, we will never be an aggressor nation. You know,
just to our people, our own people.
Right. That's government shit, right? But the point is like they're not gonna play no imperialism. it's almost like they assume their proper role because they're over the United States. They're under the United States, so they're just like, let's play it safe, guys. That way, if there's ever a fucking World War III, World War IV, we're not in it. We're gonna be affected by it because we're directly connected in many different ways to the United States, and you know the United States is gonna be fucking one of the guys that they're being like, you know, showing off because that's what we do. I mean, we're like you said earlier, like fucking military, like bam, like who else is gonna beat us? You know what I'm saying?
So crazy.
But dude, I'd be down. Like if you guys ever do go to Beijing, I'll come through, man. You know what I'm saying?
For at least for like 3 months.
Scope out the scene, just fill it out. Although there's different ways to go around this, guys. You can just get a VPN and through that server, fucking hop on Binance.
My wife works in tech, and I asked we'll talk about this off camera.
Okay.
Yeah, my wife just works in tech, and she hooked me up with some great firewall.
Sheesh. Yeah, dude, crypto though, man. You know, before we end this, I guess I do want to just like share with people, like, yo, man, like this is the future, man.
It really is.
It's the future. I don't really care what coin you get on. I think pretty much any coin that calls you at this point, like
always do your research too. That's why I tell people I'm not a financial advisor.
Not at all. This is not financial advice.
But
what I like to do is like I like to look at the technology behind it.
Yeah.
And I once heard a very I would say successful person in the crypto business say, if you can see yourself, you know, buying this 10 years from now, buy it now. You know what I mean? Like believe in it. If you're gonna believe in it forever. In the sense where it's like if you want to trade it, go ahead. That's fine. You know. But I'm holding firm. I'm a diamond handed.
You diamond.
You know what I'm saying? Like fool, like I really do believe, like, dude, I think Bitcoin can hit the millions.
Yeah. That's his projected, right?
You know, so like I'm gonna get a couple Bitcoin. That's my goal. ETH, same fucking deal. Like, dude, all of the decentralized, a lot of these like coins, they're all built over Ethereum technology. Ethereum is the granddaddy of all this future. That means that it's stable.
Yeah.
It's gonna be ultra sound. That's what the nerds like to call it. You know? And I'm basically like balls deep in ETH, bro.
I should have, man. I got on that.
Well, Dick, last year alone it was $180.
Yeah. But I remember it crashed down to like 80.
So that's another hope. Another hope is that maybe when there's a bear market, ETH is gonna crash again. It might crash into the hundreds. I'm not tripping. I'm utilizing the dollar cost average right now. Every check, I'm putting in like 100 into Bitcoin and 100 into ETH. Barely started it, but it sounds sound. Imagine when it crashes, dude. I'm gonna be eating ETH. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that.
The other step to that would be like selling at its high point. I don't really want to get into that because like it's just a lot of bells. It's a lot of bells. It's a lot of gas fees that you gotta pay for playing that game, and I'm not really that smart in this, you know. So I'm happier just like collecting.
Holding, right?
Yes, I'm gonna get it, and dude, I have a feeling that 10 years from now, it's gonna be one of my best choices I've ever fucking done.
Absolutely, hell yeah! Just look at Bitcoin. That's what I just tell people. Just look at what Bitcoin did. Just never been something like it. It's disrupting the world. It's disrupting the central bankers, and we'll see. The revolution is here.
It is, man.
Pick a side.
Become a part of it. Because these people are insane. You know, they're literal psychopaths. They've never cared about people. They care about the business. They care about their families. And they care about control. And when they control the money, they control inflation. They control prices. They control life. So us as renegades, you know, we've decided to take this underground path. where like it's not fully underground. Like I'm down with money. I'm down with the USD.
Yeah,
it's dope.
Cause it'll take long.
We're still gonna have a USD for a long time. But why not have USD? Why not have Bitcoin? Why not have ETH? Why not have all these cryptos? Why not have other currencies around the world? Euro, whatever fucking currency they're using in China, right? Like that's true diversification. It's having assets in different countries, right? Like all these fucking Chinese motherfuckers, they're buying hella real estate in our country.
That's all downtown, man.
Do you feel me? Bro, that's so disrespectful.
We let them too.
Well, we don't have a choice because, you know, America is a corporate entity.
Yeah, it's in the Constitution, right?
Yeah, they don't give a fuck about like, oh, we're American. Corporations respect other corporations. So if a Chinese corporation comes, it's like, yo, what's up? Exactly.
Take it.
It's just like when a girl opens up her legs, you know. It's like,
I am your servant.
But Beto, man, if there's a couple more things that you would like to share with the audience, you know, like, is there anything you might want to like share with them?
Like I always say, just treat others the way you want to be treated, and produce positive energy. Because there's already too much negative energy in this realm. Don't contribute to it. And if you're interested in the beer care product, hit me up and I'll hook you up even more than I already am with the free shipping. Virtuosobeer.com, or you can follow us on Instagram, Virtuoso Beer Care, and send us anything, man. Continue supporting the homie Chewy and SGN with their book, and tap in, man. Before we go, I gave a homie one of your books, one of my good homies, Beer Belly.
Yeah.
I just sold him some of my stuff, and
that.
I had the copies in my box, and I told him, here you go, bro, reading. I came out the house ready, and I already saw he was already reading it.
Nice.
So
I appreciate that, bro. Anytime anyone has the opportunity to read that book, I think it's a good piece of energy in the universe.
Hell yeah, it's a dope ass. Feels great, man. If you don't read, just buy it and just feel it, dude. It'll make you want to read it. Oh, I swear to God, every time I say it's like, it ain't no LAUSD hard book. But it's like, oh damn, I gotta carry it. It's nice, man. Congratulations, dude.
Thank you, bro. It means a lot, man. Thank you so much for coming on today and just chilling, doing a little crazy talk, and
it's way crazy,
you know
but it's real, bro. This is real. That ain't scripted.
Nah, hell nah, man. It wasn't like, hey, fool, like, you know, this is gonna be the topics for today. Let's go ahead and roast everyone out with our interesting ideas about
life.
Thank you, brother.
It's always fucked up.
Peace, y'all. Peace.
Crypto's up.